So I might be a little late to the game, but I was so excited when I realized that Gansai Tambi actually made granulating watercolors. And this is the color 2 set. We will swatch them to see the colors, and then I will mix some. Then I'm going to tell you a couple of different tricks with granulating watercolors that make using them more successful. There's a couple things you need to know, but let's start with swatching them. Shouldn't take too long. There's only 5 colors, and the colors sound so interesting. I will actually list them as I test them. I'm going to use a nice juicy brush, a squirrel brush that holds a lot of water and pigment, and I'm just going to work some of that pigment up on the top. One of the tricks with these watercolors is you need water. You need a lot of water to make sure that they have room to do their thing. So this is the Cosmic Red, and you need to leave them alone and let them dry. They work up so nice. And this is the Cosmic Olive. I'll get a little more paint. Well, that's quite muted. I'm surprised. I thought for sure that they would all be very vibrant, seeing the name were Cosmics. Let's move on to the Cosmic Green. Ooh, this is a nice color. Yeah, so if you make this paint too thick, I'll show you what I mean. Just gonna do that. Oh, too much water. Of course, I've got a brush that's gonna take a lot of water now. There, let's just put a little thicker spot there. I can already see it starting to do its magic, but we are going to go away and let them actually dry. So then we have, what is this one? Cosmic Blue. Okay, and I can see the colors separating as they're drying. I taped my board down, or my paper down to the board so it wouldn't buckle as much. Oh, that is blue. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, so it does not look blue when you actually pull it up off of the pan. It almost kind of looks like a dull green or muddy. Okay, let's try the Cosmic Violet. Oh, that looks pretty already. Just getting lots of pigment. Okay, so we're gonna have to go away and let these dry so we can see the actual effect. So here they are now that they're dry. And as you can see, you can really see how they separated, and they look like 2 different distinct colors. Circles are bigger and heavier, so they separate and deposits. That's what gives you this nice texture. So they're actually sedimentary colors. This is on fluid 100% cotton watercolor paper. Your result is going to depend. As you can see, this one barely separated because the pigment was too thick. With granulating watercolors, you get the effect when you use water. You've got to have them watery so the pigments are suspended long enough to separate. If they're thick like this, you don't get as much separation. So this is on a faint cold press texture. It's not a heavy cold press texture, but in between. And it's going to matter what type of paper you use these on with what results you get. And we're just going to test them on this smooth paper, and it's Waterford hot press, but it's not as smooth as some other hot press, but it's pretty smooth. And then I have the Arches rough. And that has a lot of texture. So we're gonna try them out on these 2 surfaces and see how they do to see the difference. Let's use the red one because you can really see the 2 colors. So let's try that. That was our first one. And you know what I forgot last time when I was doing it? They give you an empty spot right here for this exact reason. So you can make sure you get enough water without flooding your paint. I'm just gonna work that up some. Then I'll go back in and just get some water on there. So that still doesn't seem like a lot of pigment. Oh yeah, there we go. So there's the smooth. Let's reload, and there's the rough. So again, you know what we have to do? We have to let them dry. Okay, let's just set that aside and we'll let that dry. Let's just try to mix a couple of these and see, let's mix this red one. I don't care for the cardboard thing, but you could get a palette they now make. There's people on Etsy. If I can find one, I'll link it. Or just search for Kuretake palettes. Let's try the red and the purple and just see what that does. I always like to mix things, and you have to be careful. Like if I mix the red one with the green one, it's going to go to mud pretty quick. And this kind of does have a muddy color through it anyway, but green neutralizes red. So I think I'm going to take the purple and mix it with the blue. Or actually it's not blue, it's green, isn't it? It's so hard to wrap my head around that one's the blue, but it's mixed with an earth tone. Okay, so let me just see. No pigment information on these, but they're pretty, very pretty. I love how they have them looking in their swatches. It almost looks like they put a couple of colors in there or drop more in afterwards. That would be another good way. Okay, so we're gonna go with the purple. In fact, let's do that. Let's let it mix on the paper. Let's put the purple on. Let's get the green. What one was this again? It is called Cosmic Green. This one was the Cosmic Olive. I'm just gonna mix some of that right there. Okay, so I'd really like to do the red and the blue. I'm just gonna mix it right on the paper. I kind of like that. I like the effect because if you pre-mix it in here, it's going to blend it all together. Okay, let's go for the red. And some colors push and it's not the red, it's probably the yellow. Yellows can sometimes be good pushers. They push other colors out of the way. Oh, that's kind of interesting actually. Oh look, these are already starting to dry and you can see the difference. See how barely visible it is here? But it almost is giving like a leather look. And this is like a, yeah, very, very textured. Okay, this is the arches rough right here. And I'm just going to start. It's amazing really because when you put it on, it's quite pink. These are actually kind of fun. Okay, let's get this brown. Oh, brown, see? It's the blue. I'll put a little of this over here. And let's put a little bit of that red here. Oh, and you know what? I wonder if I know it back runs. Let's put some water. I'm contaminating them, but what else is new? Okay, so the last one is, I already used the purple actually, but that's okay. We'll end off with the purple. Oh, no, we needed the green. The olive, that's what we needed. Yeah, this olive is quite muddy, but let's see, what can I put? Let's get some more of this blue. It seems to have kind of disappeared. Now this yellowy green is definitely going to neutralize that. I could see these being great for a lot of things. I wonder if we use those and mix those with some of the other Kuretake paints. Okay, let's set that aside and let that dry. And I want to try, in fact, it doesn't even have to be the Kuretake paints. It can just be regular paints. Okay, so I'm going to link all of this down below. If you're interested in any of these products, just be aware I am an affiliate for Amazon, so if you do purchase anything through my links, I could possibly receive a small commission, but that's at no extra cost to you. It helps support the channel. The mixes aren't dry yet, but I'm really liking where they're going. Okay, and I'm gonna use the Kuretakes just because that's what we're using. Love these, by the way. Good. You know what? Let's try the yellow. Put it right there. And we will grab some of this olive, Cosmic Olive. Okay. Oh, big cat hair. So let's put that there. Now let's try this. Let's try the same thing, but some of that yellow. It's a little contaminated, but that's okay. Some of that yellow, and then we'll put some of the Cosmic Olive into it and see what that does. Let's try the blue right here, the one that doesn't look blue. Look at that, how how it looks blue once you get it down. I mean, it looks like a muddy blue, but that's okay. So let's go in and let's grab a dark blue. And these, I mean, these are not clean by any means. Oh yeah, so that's brightening that up. Now there is a chance it might not show up as much. Remember, has to be wet. I could play with these for days, just making colors and, okay, so let's do that blue. Oh, that's a, yeah, I love these Kuretakes. When I first used them, I didn't care for them, but yeah, they're one of my staples now for my sketchbooks. Okay, so let's just dab some of that in. Okay, I want to try sort of the burnt sienna color, and then I'll drop some blue in. Just put it there because we're gonna mix it. Okay, and we will just see, this is what I'm kind of looking at. Can we get a beautiful dark, like a night sky or... And I think the trick is too to kind of glob it around. Don't just paint it smoothly on like I did. That purple one's pretty interesting. What could we use with that? What happens if we add white? Okay, we're gonna try it. There's the purple. Now I put that base down first. I should have probably put the other one down, but that's okay. Okay, now let's mix that white in with the purple. And now I'm sure it'll lighten both pigments, but I'm not sure what it will actually do. It might do nothing, but you know what? We're gonna find out. Okay, oh, I'm already loving that one. All right, so we're gonna let those dry. Once they're dry, I'll come back and we'll go over them. Actually, these would be beautiful for just intuitive and abstract shapes. Even the neurographic drawing, you could paint forms in with those and drop. I really, really love this one where I dropped some of that purple in. Yeah, big difference. So now I just want to try and see, what if we wet the paper first? That might, I mean, mind you, it's going to sink in some, but if there's a good amount of water on there, that might help. Let's try that. We'll just keep going with this one. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm down to the bottom on that one. I wonder if you can buy the pans separate. Just gonna move the water around a bit. Then maybe if I just drop some in. Okay, now we've got to let that dry. I know one thing, there's a lot of drying going on. Okay, so let's start with these. These are the 5 colors swatched. And then we mixed some. This I think is my favorite. And I liked where I dropped back in. You definitely get a nice color. I find they back run very easily. Then we mixed them with some normal watercolors, and this was okay, but the nice thing is if you didn't want that big of a granulation, but this right here with the burnt sienna mixed in with it is beautiful. It looks mottled. Dropping it into the really wet paper, and that actually I like the best. But remember, this is actually on the rougher paper. That extra water really helped it separate, and then that's just brushing it on even. So these are really, really beautiful colors, and I cannot wait to do a painting with them. If you liked these Kuretake paints, watch this Kuretake review right here. I'll see you over there.